first.
Oh, that's gonna be the main camera, yeah.
Perfect. Let's do it. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy June Archer here with METHOD Man. Method Man himself is here to talk about the new spin-off series. He's a new cast member of Power Book 2. Meth, what's going on, brother?
What's good with you?
Man, Power Book 2,
Yes.
Ghost.
Yes.
How did you come about landing this role?
Ooh, I would say that 50 had a lot to do with it, and Courtney had a lot to do with it. But in the end, it was me actually coming in and auditioning and getting the part, earning it.
So now you are playing a pivotal role here. It almost seems like you're gonna be the man that we love to hate, kind of like how we did with Proctor. But tell me how it was working with Michael Rainey Jr. in this series.
That's another thing right there. Michael, Notori, Shane, a few of the OGs from the first series are making their way into this series. I guess kind of like to pass the torch, not really though, because Michael is he's our leading guy. So, we're going to rally behind him.
Right.
And, make the best show that we can. He's doing an excellent job. I think he's going to blow everybody away just in the first 2 episodes alone. Working with Notori, same deal, man. It's like consummate professional. She stays in it. And I'm just pleased, to even be a part of this shit.
Well, listen, I know you know 50 Cent from the music side.
Yeah.
How was it working with him as an executive producer on this project?
I didn't get to really kick it with Fifth because, work is work. At the same time, he's doing the executive part of it. I mean, they don't have Kanan anymore on the show, so he's basically more executive than anything else, producer more than anything else. So he's spending a lot of time in the office, whereas we're spending a lot of time in the field,
Right.
as it should be.
As it should be. Now, I want to know, is lightning going to strike twice? You are now hooked up with your sister, Mary J. Blige.
Right.
Won a Grammy,
Yeah.
All I Need.
Yeah.
You've been snubbed. Let's put it out there. You've been snubbed a couple times. Now, will we see the opportunity for the both of you to finally get an Emmy?
I don't know. I mean, Mary was definitely up for a Golden Globe, I believe, or was it an Emmy?
Yep, Golden Globe.
Golden Globe, right? She's on her way. On her way. How could I say? I mean, Mary's been around for like ever because she's that relevant still in the game. Like you said, lightning's never gonna strike twice in the same place. But I'm down for whatever they have in mind, as far as me and Mary are concerned. But they didn't hire us as musicians; they hired us as actors. So I think they're gonna let us stay in that lane for now.
Will we see some new music with you and Mary, or even probably you and 50? Or Notori None?
Notori, definitely. She just sent me something, so I'm gonna spit on that. It's no secret. 50, not sure, but anytime, I just wait for the calls. I love hip hop. I love to write. I love to create. So, anytime any of people that I respect give a call and they need like a couple of bars here and there, I got them. Not a problem.
All right. So when I call you, I expect, hot 60.
With the exception of this, the exception of Joe.
So listen, you've been traveling the world with Wu-Tang. It brought you to the point where you're acting, you were hosting Drop the Mic.
Yeah.
Who are your top 5 MCs? If you had to name top 5 dead or alive, who would they be?
Top 5 dead or alive? Well, my top 5 are alive. Inspector Deck. Second is Inspector Deck. Third, Inspector Deck. Fourth, the Rebel Lioness. And fifth, Raleigh Fingers, Inspector Deck.
Now, y'all been around the world. I'm certain the passports, y'all ran through them.
Yeah.
And you guys have recorded so much music that you gave to the culture. If you could tell me today, and those who are watching, what is your favorite Wu-Tang record to perform live on stage?
Cream. Absolutely Cream. Because that's really what put us on the map. Protect Your Neck got us in the door. Method Man got us noticed, but Cream solidified us. So Cream, definitely Cream. Anytime we do that record, the crowd sings the... Deck can barely say his verse. Even Chef can barely say his verse because the crowd knows it, regardless to what country we're in. They don't even have to speak English, but they know that.
Listen, you are one of rap's royalties, whether you choose to believe it or not. And I know that you boast that. I promise you.
Nah.
For you, what was the inspiration behind just wanting to act?
You know what? I'm glad you asked. That's a great question. You would think that people in my line of work, it's a natural progression to
Right.
move into acting, but it's not. It's a lot of work, and you cannot do both. You can try to balance both, but you cannot do both. So while my music thing was going, and I'm still obligated to make records and things of that nature, that's where all my focus had to be.
Okay.
I tried to do both, and it just didn't work out. You cannot do it. So something had to fall by the waistline, so I stepped back from acting for, I don't know, I'm not even counting. But when I came back, I knew that the only way that I would have any validity in the business is if I did the work. Work meaning classes, dissecting scene, just everything that comes along with it. Took my classes, slept on my manager's couch, really roughed it. Went out on auditions.
Dove in.
Really dove in. Basically moved to LA without moving to LA. Slept on my manager's couch for about a month and just went on auditions and took my classes, And the precursor to that, though, was me doing a movie called The Cobbler with Adam Sandler. And director Tom McCarthy is really responsible for me jumping headfirst back into the game again, because he explained things to me in a sense where it was like I could fully understand what was going on with the surroundings and just acting in general. I don't even know if he knows the jewels he was giving me at the point in time that I was taking to heart and interpreting in my own manner. But yeah, he was definitely the springboard that got me back into it, like wholeheartedly.
They did a How High too. Where do you think it went wrong, and can we expect you and Redman to get together to do it the proper way?
Well, I don't think it went wrong. Timing. People just didn't enjoy the script, but you can't take anything away from the people that were behind it trying to get something done that wasn't getting done before. It even dropped. MTV was smart. We weren't doing anything with it. We were trying to do something with it, but nothing was coming to fruition. And they were running it like I could see How High damn near every month on MTV. So they're smart enough to know we have something here. Can we? And they went and got it, and because we didn't own shit.
Right.
So they went and took that product and they interpreted the best way that they could. Not taking anything away from MTV, not taking anything away from Lil Yachty or DC Young Fly, who I think is a hilarious motherfucker, by the way. He's funny as hell. They worked with what they had to work with in a setting that was made for television. And that's what you get when things are made for TV.
Can we see a versus with you and Redman, not as a battle, but something for the culture to just kind of give back for us to enjoy?
No. That ain't my kind of shit. Even though I enjoy him a lot, but it's not my kind of thing. Yeah.
You are from Staten Island. You did the rap thing, MC extraordinaire, acting, hosting. What's next for Method Man?
Producing. Because I really and honestly truly believe that sometimes when film and TV get it wrong, especially when it comes to our culture, it's because they don't have anybody in our culture in that office. So in order to tell our stories, we have to be in the room to make sure that it's authentic. You know what I mean? So, and genuine, So this is why I want to go into producing, so I can tell our stories the way they're supposed to be told in our voice.
Power Book 2 is anticipated off the heels of Power. This is going to be amazing. Tell us about your character.
My character, Davis McLean, he's an intelligent guy, very motivated, highly intelligent defense attorney. He does have a few secrets of his own. All right, he's ethically challenged. But what lawyer isn't ethically challenged? If you think about it, all of them have this weird moral compass, especially when it comes to their clientele, depending on what the charge is.
Right.
And Davis McLean takes on he's kind of forced into taking on a client that he has no idea how deep the suspense goes with this particular kid. He has an idea, but he doesn't know how deep it goes. And once he's dragged in, his biggest flaw is that he has to win. So if this is a losable case, Davis McLean is 110% in to turn that L into a W.
Wow. How much of your character did you dive Method Man into it? Are there any similarities?
All my characters have Method Man in them, but it's for me to translate in a sense where you strip away the layers of Method Man and it's just that character that I'm playing.
Okay.
And with Davis McLean, I mean, it's kind of cliche to say it because everybody gets their stuff from him, but Denzel Washington in Philadelphia. I had to do a scene with my scene partner from Philadelphia, the movie that Denzel was in with Tom Hanks. So it kind of is weird because it kind of prepared me for what I'm doing now. And this was years ago, you know. So I knew where to draw on experience as far as what I wanted my character to feel and look like. But then you have to add something else to keep them a little bit more grounded, at least for me. At least for me. So Johnny Cochran was the bottom line, because his swagger in the courtroom, it was like, yes, I could speak the legalese, but in the same sense, I could talk hood where I'm really from.
Right.
And it still
It's tied
sounds
all together.
intelligent.
And authentic.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you this. You are by far an inspiration.
Thank
For
you.
those people who are looking to get to the next level, you talked about diving all the way in. How important is it to trust the process?
Oh, it's very important to trust the process. It's there for a reason. And if you fail to plan, you know what the rest is. You might as well plan to fail. I just don't like being in a setting where I'm uncomfortable. If I was a carpenter, I'd make sure I paid attention in class enough to know exactly what the ins and outs of carpentry is and how I can improve it as far as myself. You know, it's like I'm going to go 110% because this is what I want to do. This is my passion, you know. And I tell anybody, if you have a passion about something, depends really on where you're trying to go with it, because acting ain't for everybody. Some people may have a big passion for it. It's not for everybody. Same thing with hip hop. Not for everybody. But if you're really good at something, and you know you're really good at something, and people agree that you're really good at something, don't let nothing stop you. Kick them fucking doors down. Pardon my French.
Music is a soundtrack to our lives. What is a song or artist that you rock to right before you get on set, that you like, you got to get in your zone? You like, I got to get on my Method Man-ish. I got to get on my game, stand on my square. What song or artist do you put on to get in that zone?
Well, it depends. Like, if I'm about to go in the courtroom, I throw on that Foster Silver. You know what I'm saying? Foster Silvers. You know, misdemeanor. What you gonna do? What you think? Yeah, you know what I mean? If it's something emotional, I mean, that could be any record, you know. I like Bobby Womack. You know what I mean? He talked to him.
If you think you're lonely now.
Come on now. Wait until tonight. But, you know, different music. And, you know, if I'm trying to get turned up, especially if it's some shootery going on. Shootery. You know, you may want to throw on some, it could be anybody at that point. But as long as it's hip-hop and grimy, I'll throw it on. It could be Tech Nine. It could be, you know what I'm saying? It could be Bow Wow. You know what I'm saying? Bow got some hard shit. Facts.
You've made the transition amazingly. I want to ask you, for the person that's out there struggling, you just gave us some gems, some good advice. What's the best piece of advice that you've gotten to date to make that transition from MC to actor, and it just looks seamless?
Well, the best advice I've ever gotten has nothing to do with either. Two pieces of advice. The first one was from Leo Cohen. He told me save my money. Best advice ever right there. And the second bit of advice is if you're the smartest person in the room, switch rooms. Go to a different room. You always want to challenge yourself.
This is meth, man. I hope y'all getting these gems. How important is it for you playing this character that young people and people alike see positive role models on television?
Oh, that's very important. I think that's a bit of the lure of Power, especially, you know, they got from season 1 through 6 with a black lead. Unheard of. But you see people tuning in because they can see themselves, the diversity, you know,
in
what
those
I mean?
characters.
In those characters, and they're not just seeing a drug dealer or us as the pretty boy or us as the thug or, you know, or the hoochie or whatever you want to call it. It's prominent areas of society, as it should be.
how important is this election coming up? Not for just black and brown people, but for everyone across this United States of America.
It's very important, but at its core, you have a right to do something that wasn't a right for everybody at a point in time. There was a time women couldn't vote, time black people couldn't vote. Why would you not take advantage of that? There's a reason why they didn't want you to vote in the first place, and now you have that right. Why would you waste that? I'm not registered, by the way. I'm about to go. I'm having troubles because the DMV ain't open and shit. There was certain hours and you got to make an appointment, but I'm on it.
You got to wake up early, Meth. You got to wake up early.
Because I got to get my ballot in early.
Listen, Meth, I want to play this game called University of Dope with you. Couple of questions. If someone wanted to experience hip-hop for the first time, what album would you give them? A, Low End Theory, A Tribe Called Quest. B,
okay, repeat the question again. Go ahead. One more time.
If someone wanted to experience hip-hop for the first time, what album would you give them? A, Low End Theory, A Tribe Called Quest. B, Enter the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers of Wu-Tang Clan. C, Straight Outta Compton, NWA. Or D, Paid in Full, Eric B. and Rakim.
Damn. I'm going to go with E. All of the above.
Drum roll, please. Best hip-hop soundtrack. A, Friday. B, Above the Rim. C, 8 Mile. Or D, Juice.
Dang. All right. I didn't hear the 8 Mile soundtrack. I just know the one record off of there, so we'll eliminate that one. What was the other? What was the A?
Friday.
Friday. That was a pretty tight soundtrack.
Above the Rim.
Above the Rim was good. It was cool.
And it's Juice.
Minister Society was better though. I'm gonna go with Juice because Rakim had a monster on there.
Yeah.
Know the Ledge.
Lights, Camera, Action. The best film with a rapper in it. A, Belly. B, Paid in Full. C, Boys in the Hood. Or D, Set It Off.
Oh, I gotta go with E. All of these they all killed it. Cam killed it. Latifah killed it. What was the other one?
Boys in the Hood, Set It Off.
Ice Cube.
Paid in Full. Belly.
Oh, Cam killed it. Belly. DMX debut and Nas. Come on, my dude. Like.
So now I'm gonna get them.
Gotta get all of them.
Who is winning a jailhouse brawl? A, The Brat. B, Remy Ma. C, Young M.A. Or D, Foxy Brown.
All the bros can fight, man. Fuck that, man. Word up, man. All of them can fight. Might as well link up and shit, just lock shit down. Run the tier.
Why not?
Run the house. Be house gang. There you go. Bottom line and shit. I love all y'all, by the way. You know that. I always support my sisters in rhyme. Yes, sir.
Listen, this is Method Man. The new series starts September 6th on Stars. Check them out. Power Book 2 Ghost. My guest, the one and only M-E-T-H-O, man. M-H-E-T. M-E-T-H-O, man.
I gotta get this shit up. You know what? Let me tell you something now.
I'm talking about the jailhouse brawl.
Now, y'all ain't even catch that little bar I just gave y'all. I always support my sisters in rhyme. Yes, sir. S-I-R, Sisters in
Rhyme.
Let's go.
Bars. September 6th, Power Book 2, Method Man. It's your man, June Archer. Peace.
Peace.